Remember how we coded a few videos ago how to use the AND statement with selecting an army number and selecting good or not good? Well, it got confusing because of the many combinations of armies 1, 2, or 3 and selecting good or not good. Well, this is where the match case logic comes in handy. It's awesome. And this is a relatively new Python feature as it was released in Python version 3.10 in late 2021. Now, before going any further in this lecture, if you're not using Colab, then we need to make sure that whatever Python platform you're using is Python 3.10 or later. So here's how you can tell if you're using Python 3.10 or later. Please do the following with me, even if you're using Colab, as I want to introduce a very cool new concept called import. So in Python, you can import modules and other code. For example, in this upcoming lecture here, we will import something called pandas so we can do more advanced data science stuff in Python. So please type what I'm about to tell you in whatever Python platform you're using, including Colab. I want you to type this, import platform, okay? Then I want you to type this, print platform dot Python version, okay? And we're going to discuss something called methods and so many other topics later on in the course. Okay, and then put that right there, and then run this code. Okay, and pause me if you want to do this. So I ran the code, and it says that I'm running a Python version 3.10.12. So if you run the aforementioned code, and if the version of Python you're using is 3.10 or later, then keep watching this current lecture. Otherwise, if your version of Python is before 3.10, then skip to this video you see right here. And we're going to come back to this import data concept later. Okay, so let's talk about match case. So here's how we use the match case logic. First of all, let's revisit the code that we entered a few videos ago. Now I've got it in the clipboard, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to paste it directly into Colab. Okay. And I commented out these lines down here. Now let's use the match case logic structure so we can catch or use logic for different responses like army number 2 and not good, etc. And this will make a lot more sense to you in a second. So let's type this, and I'll type this down here at the bottom. Match good or not good, colon, and you see how it indents for you. See right there? Then what you're going to do is you're going to type case. Okay, so case good, and I'll explain all this in a second. Good, colon, and print good. And I'll go into high-speed mode and finish this off. Now I'll explain what this means. Okay, let's run this code now. How many characters in the army? 1, 2, or 3. I'll select 1. That's C3PO. He's a good guy. Okay. All right. That's an odd number of characters. Is the army good or not good? Well, C3PO, he's good. So I'll write here good. Okay, great. Now, the code that we just entered uses the match case logic by saying, let's look for this match, good or not good. If the case is it's good, then print good. If the case is not good, then print not good. Okay. Now, how do you add the army size to this? Well, we create a nested match case statement as follows. And I'll go into high-speed mode and do this, and I'll explain it in more detail. All right, let's run this code, then I'll explain what it means. How many characters? 1. Are they good or not good? Good. it prints good 1. Okay. So what just happened there was we have a nested match case statement. So match good or not good. So the case is good. Okay, so if I enter good, then it's going to look at the army size. And army size was 1, so good 1. If it's good and the army size is 2, it'll be good 2 and good 3. And I'll come down to this in a second. So let me do it again, and I'll run case number 2 with good. So if I say good, then it will go down here. And if it's case 2, it'll say good 2. Okay, so let's run it. Army size of 2, good or not good. And then let me scroll down here. It's getting long, this code. It says good 2. Okay, so if we go back up here, let's go through the logic again, but this time with not good. And this is a lot easier than using nested if statements. So match good or not good. Let's say the case is not good. Okay, so just look here and only look in here if the case is met. So live on the outside unless you have to live on the inside. That's kind of a cool quote. Okay, so match good or not good. Case good, no. Case not good. Okay, let's pretend we selected case 3, then print not good 3. I'm going to go through this again, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select not good. The case will be not good. And then I'll enter an army of 3, so not good 3. So let's run the code here. Okay, there's 3. Okay, good or not good. All right, not good. And it's going to print, I'll show you here, it's kind of long code, not good 3. Okay, so again, the match, it said good or not good, and we selected the case, and we live here. We selected the case not good, and then it said, well, what about matching the army size? And we did case of 3, so it printed not good 3. All right, play around with this, okay? And if this is confusing, then play around without using the nested statement here, meaning just use one statement, like get rid of all this stuff here. Okay, all right. And there will be an exercise to practice this too. So build on it one step at a time and always live at the indent and just read the indents unless the logic tells you to go inside this statement here, meaning nested. And some people might prefer to use the elif statements instead, but for me personally, and to each their own, chacun son goût, I find match case easier to use. And the indenting of the code makes it so much easier to read as well. Thank you.